Okay guys, today we're going to install the best aftermarket seats, in my opinion of course, for this back here BMW E36, which is my endless project. It's time to uncover them and show you what they are. So before uncovering what I bought for this car, just few words. As you can see, probably I took a RECARO seats. It's really debating which is the best aftermarket seats for these cars, especially because we need to take in mind for what the car is going to be used. If it's for truck only use, of course the seats are going to be totally different. If it is for a daily use like my car, once again the cars in my opinion should be a little bit more comfortable, and especially for me they should be looking a little bit better. This was what I was searching: seats which are comfortable and it has good looking in overall while installed in the car. Many people is going to say that the M3 seats are the best looking seats in the market. For E36 I'm talking about. Yeah, they look good actually. I'm not going to say they look ugly, but I have seated on this kind of seats and they are really terrible. They don't support really good your side of your body while you're in the corners. I search in Google, of course. Few people have installed these seats on BMWs, and in my opinion they look amazing. That's why I decided to buy them. I took two of them for the passenger seat and the driver seat. So let me show you what have I bought. Okay, I need to be honest, I already opened up this seat because I was wanted to check it how it looks like. So this is the seats which I'm going to install on my car. Probably some of you are going to recognize this seat. This is the RECARO Sportster CS, I believe it was. Let me check. Yeah, let me check. Here it is. RECARO Sportster CS Schwarz. Probably this is the letter that is black. I'm not sure because I believe this is Deutschland. Schwarz should be black. And yeah, this is when I got them, I believe. So this is the model. As you can see, I have two of them, the driver and the passenger seat. I believe this is the... yeah, this should be the passenger seat because this is the handle for the back setup. As you can see, we can regulate this. Actually, you can order these seats with side airbags, which are mounted here. If I believe right, they were mounted on the side. The other option which you guys can take is seat heating, which I don't want. And the other thing which you need to consider is the attachment to the original place of your chassis, which I did not bought. So they are selling rails for attaching your seat to the body of the E36 on the original points. So it's going to be fully plug and play then. But I didn't bought this because it's really expensive. So I decided to try to fit my... I'm going to try to fit my original rails. Actually right now this is my seats, just regular E36 RECARO seats. Nothing crazy. So I'm going to try to attach my bottom part of these seats over the RECARO seat, and hopefully it's going to work out without any issues. The other interesting thing that I'm planning to do is to measure the seats and see how much I'm going to reduce the weight with the both seats. Actually, if I need to be honest, I was expecting these seats to be a little bit lighter. I was not expecting that they are going to be so heavy, if I need to be honest. The other cool option which this seat has is this, that you can tilt up the seat and you can install them on some two-door E36, or does matter, it's not... these seats are not made for E36, you can install them on all type of cars. I'm really impatient to install them in the car and to see how it's going to feel while driving the car. But in my opinion, really good quality seats. What do we have here? What is this? This is the... this is some part number, I believe. Now, I'm going to remove the seats from my car, the RECARO E36. We're going to do measurement comparison between this seat and the RECARO seat, and we're going to see how much difference we have in weight between the two seats, because it's really curious for me to see is there going to be any drastic difference. if I need to be honest, I'm thinking probably the difference is going to be 7 or 8 kilograms between this seat and the original E36 seat. So we're going to see. Let's take the scale and make some comparison. Okay, so I removed the passenger seat. Yeah, these OEM seats are really heavy, I'm not going to lie. Everybody which are watching this probably know it. So let's turn on the scale and see how much they're going to weight. Okay. This is a heavy seat. Let me see. Right now it's showing 25.9 kilos, but let's see. Am I placed it right? Yeah, it repeats the result, so let me show you. 25.9 kilos. So let me try it. I want to be 100% sure that this is the measurement. Let's try it like that. And once again, 25.9. So let's now install the RECARO seat, the aftermarket RECARO seat. Okay. $16.8 kilos, so around 9 or 10 kilos of difference. But of course, let's don't forget that we're going to need to implement the underneath rails of the original seat, so this is going to increase the weight for sure. Probably, I'm not with so much, but probably it's going to be somewhere around 20 kilos. So we're going to see, but if it's 20, we're going to lose roughly 12 kilos with the both seats. We're going to see in the end. So now let's try to figure out how we're going to attach this seat in the E36. So just few words about the place which I bought the seats. So special thanks to Boris Andonov, which helped me a lot with choosing the right model for me, and especially for shipping it, everything, organization, everything. Really cool guy. Once again, big thumbs up for Boris Andonov, which is working in, let me show you. This is the company Boricar Ltd. This is the company which he's working. So really cool guy and really helpful. Actually, I'm a little bit curious to measure the both seats. Are they going to have exactly the same weight? The passenger and the driver seat. So actually we have a little bit of difference, 16.6. I believe the other one was 16.8. So not sure where these 200 grams are lost, but yeah, this one, it has a little bit dirt on it. I doubt it's going to be from this. So yeah, the driver seat is a little bit wider than the passenger seat. Interesting. So this is my new work table, hydraulic work new table. I managed to lift up the RECARO seat on it, but the original one is going to be a challenge. So let me reduce the height of the table. Okay. Just want to show the comparison between the both seats, the E36 RECARO seat versus the aftermarket RECARO seat. We can see how much aggressive is this aftermarket RECARO. Supports on the hips and on the waist. And the original RECARO seat, which looks like a normal seat, like on every car, except this here for the support of the legs, which actually this don't have any additional setting for the support of the legs, but doesn't matter. So this is how the original seat looks from below. Now I'm going to start disassemble it little by little, and I'm going to try to figure out how to install the rails for the forward and backward movement of the seat. We need to figure out how to install the seat belt tensioners because I cannot drive the car without these ones. It's illegal probably in most of the countries. So yeah, let me figure out how to disassemble everything. Okay, so I managed to remove the rail for the forward and backward movement. I need to disassemble some things because some of them are not going to be needed. I have measured this and the weight of this is 6.4 kilos, so the thing doesn't look that's going to be really wide. We are approaching the same weight like the OEM seats, but doesn't matter. Just few words how I disassembled everything. You're going to need to undo 4 screws for the cushioning for this thing out of the seat. So to be able to remove this, there are 4 screws here. I don't remember. There are 4 in total underneath. They are from below. And after that, you're going to have enough space to remove these 6 bolts, which are going to be in this holes here. The bolts going to look like that and going to be attached here. This is going to slacken up the plastic which is holding the sitting cushioning. And then when you undo these 2 bolts which are attached here, you're going to have enough slack so to be able to remove the whole rail. And yeah, you need to disconnect this cable which is controlling the locking mechanism for the forward movement. So we're going to need to fabricate something so to be able to unlock and lock the mechanism so to prevent the seat to move forward and backward all the time. Yeah, this is just the cables for the other mechanisms which we are not going to use. This is the handle which is for the forward and backward movement, which once again we are not going to use because it's going to look really ugly if we install it on the Recaro. So I removed some additional stuff from the seat which I'm not going to use, like some springs and stuff which are not going to be needed on this seat. And pretty much this is how it looks like. Let me take it on something more visible place. So this is what we're going to install on the seat. As we can see, this is only the rails for the forward and backward movement. But now let's see how much it weighs. So we have removed roughly how much it was before, 6.4, so roughly 600 grams. Not so small. If we add this to the weight of the seat, in total we're going to have somewhere around 23 kilograms, so 2 or 3 kilograms less than the original ones, but still we're going to need to do some fabrication which is going to increase a little bit the weight of the seat. So in the end we're going to see how much is going to be the total weight of the Recaro seats, and so to see are we going to reduce or increase in total the weight. So I decided to do a little bit of update about the beta version of the seat rail. For now it looks kind of bad, but we are trying to make the proper height of the seat, and actually this is going to be the final adjustment which we have done. Yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit in more details after that. We had a lot of issues fitting this seat in the car because it's really tight there to install it, and it turns out that you need to install it as close to the center console as possible. And the other issue which we had was with this handle here, which originally was on the other side, was installed here, but it turns out that it's possible to move it on the other side. So on the other seat I'm going to record how to move this on the other side for the people which are struggling with these seats. Probably there are not a lot of them, but decided to film it. And yeah, we remove all the plastic on the seat belt tensioner because once again we don't have a lot of room and we needed to place the seat as further as possible to the center. Okay, just film the progress of the passenger seat. Pretty much we're ready with it. I believe we should be ready with it because we have painted everything and hopefully it's going to fit. as I told you, we decided to lift up a little bit the seat, approximately 3 centimeters. And still, this is the passenger seat. I'm going to see how it feels in the driver's side. But pretty much we have made these cubes, which are on the both front points. And yeah, it's installed on this rail. We needed to cut it a little bit so to have enough space to install them. And on the back is with these plates, 90 degrees plates. And yeah, here it looks a little bit different. Maybe I need to record it when it was removed, but yeah, this is how it looks like. It should hold. Okay, so the first seat, the passenger seat, is installed, and as we can see, we have enough clearance here. Previously we don't have any clearance, so now it has enough for movement forward and backward. And as we can see from here, once again, enough room. So we even have a room to rotate this for this, how it was this called? I am sure that Peter is going to help me with this. I know you are watching, Peter. This is backrest or something like that. So we have even enough room to rotate this, which is really cool. And yeah, I'm going to need to tighten up the seat belt retentioner, but pretty much as you can see, the seat is right in its place. So now we're going to continue with the driver's seat, which right now, как ти беше американското име? Jesus is working on it. Не, тя ще ми го бана, защото ще кажа, че е религиозно видеото и да. So right now we are drilling this so to able to remove these watches which was holding the seat. And after that we're going to do the same as on the other side. We're going to weld two cubes on the front, and we're going to do two brackets from behind. This time I'm going to film it how it looks like, only this part of it. On the passenger side I didn't do it, so sorry about this, but on the driver side I'm going to show you exactly how it looks like from below. Okay, we are still working over the rail for the front driver seat, but now it's time to transfer this cover, plastic cover, on the other side, because as we saw on the other side, the handle for the leverage of the seat is on the wrong side. In my case, of course, this is the right side, but because it's E36 we don't have enough space, so that's why I'm going to place it on the other side. And so to be able to do that, I'm going to need some tools to do it. So give me a second. So I'm going to start with the cover. So it just pops out like that, and I'm going to leave it aside for now. So let's continue on the other side. This one is a little bit tougher to remove it than the other side. So this is how it looks from behind. So now the picky job. So now I'm going to try to move it a little bit so to be able to cut it. As I told you, we have additional clip provided from RECARO. So if you want, you can place it on the other side. So let me show you what now we're going to do. So it's important to not move the seat after you remove this, because after that it's going to be kind of hard to align it. So yeah, I'm just going to remove it. And now we're going to place it on the other side. Let me move the camera a little bit. And now we're going to try to align it in this hole. Okay, so now we're going to install the clip, the walking clip, and after that, in reverse order, the plastic cover and the handle for the leverage of the seat, so to look like OEM.
Чакай, че се заби камъчето. Готово. Да, но не сме го натигнали, ама не е горе.
Okay, I'm not sure. Did you show guys what we did? What we did, but we have installed the clip. Now pretty straightforward. I'm going to install the handle on. I guess there is only one way how to install it. Like that. And it works like a charm. So this is how to install the handle on the other side. Pretty straightforward. Как се казва това е си? Що се усмихваш? Някаква така за протекция, слагаше щит на
незнанията бе.
So the seat rail is painted and let me show you what we have done. So we have cut it here, this square, and the same here. The four mounting points is going to be of course here, here, and these two points. So on the front side we're going to use these squares like that. So we're going to lift up the seat in total roughly 3 centimeters, 30 millimeters. So it's going to be something like that. For now we're not going to weld them. I'm going to drive the car, I'm going to see how it feels like. Probably going to leave it like that, but just to be able to maneuver a little bit with the height, we're going to leave it like that. Plus we didn't weld the plates, but they are not going anywhere because they are hot with 2 bolts. So for sure it's not going anywhere. Yeah, the plates are just L shape, 2 plates, and they are thick enough to not bend. So now we're going to install the seat and pretty much install it in the car after that. The only thing that is going to left is this lever here. We're going to need to figure out some handle here so to be able to unlock it, so to slide the seat forward and backward. Okay, it's time for the final measurement. As you can see right now the seat is mounted on the rail of the original seat. So now we're going to do a final measurement before the installation of the seat, and we're going to do the comparison just by weight. How much is the total weight of the whole seat? Yeah, we still don't install the lever for the seat for the backward and forward movement, but it's going to be not something heavy, so I think it doesn't matter. So let's see how much it's going to weigh. Okay, doesn't matter how I install it, every time I'm getting the same result. 22.7 kilos. So how much was the original seat? I need to, because it was some time before we managed to done this, so I'm not sure, but I believe we have reduced the weight by 2 kilos, so 4 kilos in total, something like that, which at least is something. This is the total weight with the original rails and the RECARO Sportster CS. So now I just going to install them in the car, and I'm going to show you how is the final look of the interior with the both seats installed on the front. Okay, so a little bit of update. After driving several days with the last update which I showed of the rail of the seat, I have decided that the seat is a little bit too high than needed, and in the end of the day we decided to remove these cubes which were installed here. So we decided to remove them, so to get the seat a little bit lower in the car. At least I'm feeling it like that. In my opinion it was a little bit too high, maybe because I'm a little bit tall, but yeah, we decided to remove them, which means we have reduced the height of the back plates once again with 3 centimeters, roughly 3 centimeters. So once again to make it flat. Yeah, we decided to figure out some system for pulling this lever. So we're going to use this. My colleague is going to hold it, and with little bit of, yeah, it's not going to be so easy, but when it's held in the chassis it's going to be much more easier. We're going to use this. We are using the original string which were attached here, and yeah, we just crimped the wire with this thing, and we have attached this, which we have made by our own. We just bought this, if I'm saying it right. It's going to be cool washing strap. We just cut it a little bit of it, and Taylor has put this here so to be in one piece, so to be strong. We actually made it in black, but we made it in black, but for now I decided to make it red. If it gets really dirty in a short period of time, we're going to change it with a black one, but for now I'm going to keep it red. In daily use you're probably going to mess up with this seat, not so often, so I guess not going to see so much abuse. Yeah, we painted a little bit once again the rail. Okay, so the rail is installed. This is the lever which we're going to use for moving the seat backward and forward. And as I told you, we have used the original bolts which RECARO provided. Here is the other one, and the last one is here. So now we're going to install it, hopefully for the final time in the car. And here we're going to try to install the decorational cover, which I don't know where it is right now, which should go somewhere here. So we're going to need a little bit of trimming, but we're going to figure out how to install it. Okay, and a few minutes later the seats are installed. Let me show you the final result. This is how it looks in the car, and this is the handle for moving backward and forward the seat. It's much more easier, don't have anything here, so it's going to be much more easier for someone that want to adjust his seat. So I'm just going to pull it, sometimes with two hands, but yeah, maybe I need to lubricate the rails a little bit. This is the most forward position, and this is the most backward. So yeah, it's not so easy like this handle here, but still it's possible. I'm sure that I can do it with one hand, but yeah, but it's a little bit harder. So okay guys, let me show you how is going to be the final look with the seats installed with the proper height, in my opinion, of course. So this is how it looks like. We can remove this. So this is how it's looking like. So let me show you on the other side. So yeah, I think they look really cool in the car. Of course, everyone has their own opinion about this. Actually, this footage is probably a few months after the first videos which I did about the installation of the seats, and I have driven the car several thousand kilometers with these seats, and I can say that they are a really nice choice in my opinion. Of course, much better than the Vader. They are supporting much better the body, the side of your body while in cornering with more aggressive driving than the Vader one. Actually, even the original RECARO is much better choice than Vader. Yeah, Vader is just good looking one. And this is how it looks on the back with the both seats installed. Yeah, once again, you can buy this with carbon fiber. It's really expensive, so yeah. And once again, if you decide you want some room on the back, you can move the seat like that. And if you need some storage room, you're going to have it, putting it like that. A really cool option. So comment below guys, what do you think? Which is the best aftermarket seat for this BMW E36? Probably some of you going to say it, the bright brand Bride, or how you gonna call it, from the JDM cars is better choice, but I don't like how it looks inside in the interior of the E36. But yeah, once again, Bright is really reputable brand, and yeah, they're really expensive, like these ones actually. By lowering down the seat with 3 centimeters, which was not the initial plan, it feels much better. So in my opinion, you need to install these seats as low as possible, in my personal opinion. Once again, I guess it depends on the height of the driver, of course. So yeah guys, I think I'm going to end up the video here. I think it's long enough and boring enough, and we're going to end it up here. So probably it's going to be interesting for some of you guys, probably not, but I decided to record it. So thank you for watching guys, and see you in the next video. So I decided to upgrade my steering wheel from this Chinese OMP replica, but it's a Chinese sport wheel, to this original OMP steering wheel, and I just wanted to show you the difference between both of them. So side to side, the both OMP wheels. I'm not sure, they didn't provide hardware actually. So this is for the horn, which I right now don't have, but I need to wire it up. So probably it's going to be something like that, and this is like, it should be like that I believe. Oh no, okay, yeah, it should be like that. So if I'm not mistaken, this is real leather and this is from a fake one. Yeah, by feel, I don't know which is heavier or lighter. We're going to measure them and we're going to see which is heavier and lighter. The thing which I see directly by difference is this side of the wheel. It's much more stronger and it's not going to go like this ones on the sides. It's peel it out. This is I believe is glued up and probably is going to hold much better. And the stitches here is a little bit different once again, as we can see on this one. Hopefully you guys seeing and both ones, what is the difference? Yeah, probably by depth the original one is a little bit deeper, but yeah, I was wondering how these original OMP wheels are looking like. And once again, from behind us, as we can see, hopefully you guys are going to be able to see made in Italy. This is the sticker from OMP, probably yeah, official product. Yeah, probably this is which is claiming that it's original, and probably this is the when it's made, 11th month 2019. So 2 years old wheel. Actually this wheel is in my office for 1 year, so it's normal to be a little bit older. I know some people are complaining that they can't bend the wheel, but I'm not so strong and I have never managed to bend this wheel, and it looks with pretty thick metal here. Let me measure it. So this is the thickness is so let's say 4.5, and the original one, once again, okay, pretty much the same, 4.5. So yeah, this doesn't mean the metal is the same. As we can know, there are different type of metals. Some of them are stronger, some of them are not. Just want to see the thickness. Okay, let's see which is heavier without the hardware attached. So the Chinese one, 987 grams, the original one. Okay, 15 or 16 grams less. This is a lot of gain. Let me put the hardware. So roughly 1 kilo or 1006 grams. For sure this is going to be heavier, because only with this one we're going to achieve more. So in overall we're going to reduce the weight of the car with 50 grams, which is roughly 1 horsepower. So this upgrade totally worth it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to install it in the car. Nothing interesting to add with this. In my opinion, this Chinese version is good enough, but I like the feel of this because of the leather, and yeah, probably it looks a little bit better with this leather and everything else. This is a little bit overkill. This one is going to do the job for sure. Depends what you're using your car. For a daily beater or missile car for sure. You don't want to go with overkill with this original wheel, but yeah. So I'm in the middle of installation of this BMW, I believe this was what it was, CD43, I believe this is how it calls, CD43. You're probably going to know it should be fitted here, but previously, because I had an aftermarket CD, it was installed with this retainer like here, and because of that, probably not everyone going to know that if you install the aftermarket CDs most of the time on this plastic holder here, which is holding the AC control and the radio, most of the people are going to cut these teeth here, and as we can see here, or hopefully you guys going to be able to see, someone started to remove it from here, but he stopped it and he left the other part of the teeth, and on the other side we have the full teeth. Because if you decide to install the original type of CD, you are not going to be able to install it with this retainer for aftermarket CDs. So the only way to install it is to have this thing in whole piece. By the whole piece, as you can see, the other owner even broke down this back side of this retainer, and actually he even broke this part too, which is holding the AC control, and if this is broken, the AC is going to wiggle a little bit. As we can see on the back, we have this hole there, which should hold this damper, or I'm not sure how this is called, but this should go there. If you don't hold that hole to hold the CD, is going to wiggle once again. So yeah, and the teeth which I was talking about, which on the other is broken down for the AC, is right here, which is holding the AC control straight and it's not curved. So that's why I decided to change it, but easier said than done. As we can see, we have 4 bolts holding it in place, and to undo these bolts and remove this, you're going to need to remove the whole dash. It's not so easy, so actually I already removed it and installed a new one, retainer. Right now I'm assembling back the dashboard. So just to be able to install this CD, because I want the CD to look OEM, and after that I'm probably going to install the BMW iPod hardware, so to be able to run iPod in the glove box, because yeah, here we can run only audio, I believe, which is still good quality, but probably going to go with BMW iPod from probably X3 or E36. I'm going to figure out from where I'm going to find it. Just a bonus footage for those of you that are wondering and are planning to go with this upgrade or downgrade. I don't care.